There's bad news in the Twin Cities. Hunger is a growing problem. The good news is 13 unique nonprofit groups that provide food and services across the metro all benefit from the Walk to End Hunger held on Thanksgiving Day. Meet this week's featured partner agency.
Food is among life's most basic needs, and here in the heartland, we're surrounded by it. In acre after acre of farm fields and row upon row of grocery store shelves, the bounty seems almost endless. But in the midst of this plenty, there's a thief that's stealing from our neighbors, whether they live in cities, suburbs, or small towns. It stalks the young, the old, and families struggling to get by, using the pride and shame of its victims to keep its crimes a secret, hiding in plain sight. The thief is hunger, and it's stealing from the lives of more than 500,000 people in the heartland, more than the populations of St. Paul, Duluth, Eau Claire, and La Crosse combined. Hunger robs people of health, well-being, and hope, leaving behind anxiety, illness, and depression. While it's tempting to think of hunger as something that happens somewhere else, the truth is that today in our region, 1 person in 10 doesn't have enough to eat. 1 in 10. Whether we know it or not, we all have a friend, a relative, a coworker, or a neighbor whose life is overshadowed by hunger. If you saw one of your neighbors being threatened and robbed, would you stand by and watch? Or would you stand up for them? Second Harvest Heartland represents thousands of friends and neighbors who are ready to fight hunger in Minnesota and western Wisconsin. We're a member of Feeding America, a national network of food banks serving every state in the country. Locally, we partner with more than 1,000 food shelves, soup kitchens, and community programs that help us get food to those who need it most. How do we take on a problem as big as hunger? In a region that produces more than enough meat, grains, and produce for all its residents, we create new ways to find, gather, and distribute food. Most of that food is packaged goods donated by food companies, large and small, working with us to fight hunger. But we also reach out to farmers with unsold or unharvested crops and connect them with food banks in rural communities. We support a network of grocery stores that donate meats, produce, and other fresh foods that we pick up in our own fleet of trucks, traveling nearly 500,000 miles a year, enough to circle the globe 20 times. We work with organizations and individuals to conduct food and fund drives that collect food and raise money. And we maintain warehouse space the size of 2 football fields where food is stored, repackaged, and sent out to neighborhood food shelves and other organizations that serve the hungry. We've also become experts in moving huge amounts of food quickly. In the year 2000, we distributed 10 million pounds of food. This year, we'll distribute more than 7 times that amount. But we can't do it alone. We rely on a network of volunteers who respond by contributing thousands of hours every year to help the hungry. In a 3-hour shift, a single volunteer provides a month of meals for a neighbor in need. Their efforts allow us to break down food that arrives by the pallet into portions that can be picked up by families. We work hard to make the most of every dollar. Just $25 provides a week of meals for a family of 4. So every contribution makes a huge difference in the lives of people experiencing hunger. In fact, volunteers and donors are the backbone of our hunger relief efforts, making a difference every day in every neighborhood. If you're ready to fight for our neighbors in need, join Second Harvest Heartland. When we stand together, hunger doesn't stand a chance.